All right, digital designer. So now that we know how to make cloth, let's make something more complicated like a pillow that puffs up. So we're going to get rid of this cube and we're going to start with a plane, just like we did with the cloth. We're going to scale this plane up, and you might want to make it just a little bit pillow shaped, more like a rectangle, unless you're doing a square pillow, of course. Let's turn on our move gizmo and we're going to lift this guy up. And in order to make a pillow, we need to give it a little bit of thickness. So I'm going to tab into edit mode, select just this face, and use E to extrude it up. Just a little bit of thickness like you see there, okay? Actually, I'm going to take it back. Before I do that, let's subdivide it. I'm going to right click it, subdivide, and let's give it 30 steps. Okay, so now it's got lots of cuts. And now we'll extrude it. Let's do E, lift it up like that. Perfect. The next thing I want to do is create a seam around the edge so that it has a place where it can bend as it puffs up. We're going to use a loop cut for that. Loop cuts are Control R. And if you move your mouse right to this corner, you'll see it appear. Just click once, click twice, and we've made our cut. Okay. Next up, we're going to scale this seam outwards. So I'm going to press S for scale, and I'm going to just pull outwards to give it a little bit of an edge there. You see how that kind of puffed out from the side? And then I think I'm ready to go, okay? We'll tab back into object mode. We'll come over to our modifiers, and we're going to add a modifier for physics, for cloth, and add another one for collision, okay? Now this pillow is going to need something to fall on, so let's put another plane underneath of it. I'm just going to add this and pretend this is like the floor of your room. Okay, any place where the pillow is going to fall, we're going to select that object and add collision so that it actually hits it. Okay, let's take our pillow. We're going to come right here to our physics tab, and let's turn on some quality steps. So just like our fabric, we're going to set the quality to 10. We're going to come down, and the big one that we want to change this time is pressure. Pressure means this is going to fill up with air like a balloon and puff up like a pillow. So we'll hit pressure, and I would recommend starting with a pressure of 3. Okay. Now, once you've got those settings in place, you can look at your timeline. It should be at the bottom of your screen. If you don't see it, you can click this little icon in the corner and choose timeline, or its shortcut is Shift F12. Okay, so there's my timeline. I want to make sure it's back at the beginning. And when I hit play, poof, my pillow puffs up and it drops down onto the surface. Okay. Now, just like with cloth, it's going to continue to kind of bounce and puff until we freeze the animation. So let's say I like how it looks right there. That's a nice big puffy pillow. I'm going to pause the animation, right click it, and convert it to a mesh. And now I have a permanent pillow that can be moved and placed in any part of my scene. Okay. If I right click it, I can shade it smooth and get an even better result. So have some fun with that. You can do different shapes and sizes. The idea is the same. And you can create all kinds of different bends for your pillow, put them in your scene so you have some soft objects. Cool.